I just want to make a quick video, family. I wanted to talk about the craftiness of the Democratic Party. As you know, I was one of the first people to tell you about all the craftiness of these people, how they operate, how they move, the true fundamentals of white supremacy. I was the first person that broke all of this stuff down. You can go look at all of my 200-something videos. Any subject that you hear today, I was the first to bring it up. This is no lie. I have the receipts. But let's talk about the Democratic Party today. Let's talk about how full of bullcrap they are. And let's talk about how crafty they are. Their trickery. Just like Brother Malcolm said, they're like a fox. They do the same thing that the Republicans do. They're just slicker at doing it. So when it comes to the Democratic Party, they are good at explaining the problems of black people. They are good at articulating the issues. But when it comes to solving the problems, they are non-existent. And this is not by mistake, people. Because the whole plan and the whole part of the magical trick is to make you believe that they know what they're talking about and that they are concerned about the issues. So they get good at appearing to you as if they know what they're talking about. But the truth is, they're not going to do anything about the problem. They're going to talk about the problem. They're going to articulate the problem. But they're not going to do nothing about the problem because they simply have no plans to. See, the Democratic Party know what policies are going to work. And they know what policies that are not going to work. And guess what, black people? Guess what policies you're going to get? You're very smart. Smarter than I thought you were. They're going to give you the policies that's not going to work. The three-strike law, the Welfare Act, the 1994 crime bill. See, they're going to give you the policies that they know that's not going to work. And sometimes they're even going to give you the policies that are going to make things worse. See, before the Democratic Party, you guys better stop me. Before the Democratic Party implemented the three-strike bill, they know what damage it was going to do. They knew that it was going to affect black people and brown people more than anybody. They knew this before they even passed the law. They knew that when they implemented the Welfare Act, that it was going to separate black people. And it was going to change our mindsets from being independent to being dependent. Because one thing you don't want to do is to become dependent on your enemy. Please repeat that for the slow people. It is suicidal. It is psychologically insane to seek help from the very people that is trying to destroy you. That is insanity. You are bat crazy if you believe that the people that wants to see your demise is going to do anything from keeping that from happening. Somebody better stop me today. See, we have to use something called basic common sense, black people. Something that we haven't been using in a very long time. Because when you vote for somebody for 100 years and you don't see no results, what took you so long? That's the question I ask. After 5 years of nothing, why didn't you say something then? After 10 years of nothing, why didn't you say nothing then? After 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, why didn't you say anything then? How could after 100 years of voting for the Democrats, black people haven't moved an inch economically? That is unheard of. How could you vote with hope, march, knock on doors, garner votes, and you don't move an inch. That is simply diabolical. Who allowed this to happen should be in prison. Who allowed this to be done to black people should be ostracized publicly by the black people, and we should kick them out, never to speak to them again. Because this was simply diabolical. The game that was played on black people for the last 100 years was pure D evil and pure D wicked. Because there is no way that after 100 years we haven't moved an inch, socially or economically. That is insane. See, but the whole trick of the Democratic Party was to trick you out of your bag, to get you out of the independent mind that you were in, to get you out of the state of unity, and it worked. Black people are more ununified than ever. Black people are in an economic crisis. We walked away from the very thing that kept us together, and that was called unity. Because we felt we no longer needed it, because now we have the government to solve all of our problems. We had welfare, so we didn't have to knock on each other's door no more and ask for sugar. We had food stamps now. No longer did we need each other, and that did more damage to the black community than anything. But when we was forced to rely on each other and nobody else, we thrived. The black community was thriving. We had our own stores, our own businesses, our own bus systems. We had our own. Why? Because we have no choice but to have our own. And sometimes, people, that is the best situation you can be in. The best situation you can be in. So now that we know how this really operates, and how important it is to stick together and to have unity, and more than ever to have the ability to carve out your own destiny, and not to have your destiny determined by a government that does not care about you. Maybe this time that we are now walking away from the Democratic Party, hopefully this time we will get it and understand that being independent is better. Struggling with each other is better. This is all we need. Black people spend billions and billions of dollars every year. We are an economic nation within a nation. Black people spend enough money. We have enough capital to build our own country, our own small country. So it's not that we don't have money. The problem is the money is not unified. The money is not unified. We have to unify our finances. We have to bring that capital together for it can work for us. That's what we need. We need one united black bank where we all put our money into it, and we say our money is going to be used for only the progress of black people. And we all donate to this bank monthly. And we hold the bank accountable to take care of all of our needs with the money that we have put into that bank. A unified system. That's how you get things done. That way you ain't got to rely on nobody else. We can rely on each other the way that we used to. Because if we are given the option, oh mamma mia, we are in trouble. If we are given the option not to stick together, we're not going to stick together. And this 100 years have proven that. So therefore, we need to walk out of this coma. Stop listening to these Democrats. Stop listening to half of these Republicans, but at least they believe in independence. That's the only reason why I like the Republican Party, because they believe in independence. They don't preach welfare to you. They don't preach, oh, let us take care of you. Let us take care of your problems. We'll take care of everything. They're not preaching that to us. They saying, as an American, stand up and fight for what is yours. Go out there and fight and work for what you have. That way you will appreciate what you have. Sounds good to me. So stop listening to the Democratic Party, which are good and very charismatic at telling you what your problems are about. They are excellent at executing the message, but they are terrible when it comes to executing the solutions.